Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, November 8, 2012. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You're going to see that the futures are trading higher by 3.5 points, but this looks like just a small rebound from yesterday's massive sell-off. The futures, or I should say the S&P yesterday, was down nearly 34 points. The Dow is down over 300 points. Just a massive decline across the board on volume, so that tells you it's real selling that took place. So again, little rebound today. We'll see how these markets finish out. I don't know if traders should all really expect all that much today in this market. A lot of times after a big heavy down day or a heavy up day, the following trading day is more subdued. So we'll see if there's a calming effect in the market. We'll see how it plays out. You also have the U.S. dollar index trading up today to $81 per contract. When the dollar is up, the market is down. The dollar is only up about 13 cents. As you can see, it's off of the overnight lows, and that helped to inflate the market. But if the dollar starts to move higher, I think the markets can deflate rather quickly. So again, keep the dollar up. You're going to want to look at that chart really throughout the trading day. A couple of other things to go over real quick, just news-wise. It looks like the economic numbers out of Germany continue to decline. I know I talked a little bit about this in yesterday's video, but looks like German exports have really fallen off, and that's going to be problematic, just really confirming that Germany is slowing down. Germany is the only real productive country in the European Union. So, again, if Germany's slowing down, that's telling you got a full-blown recession going on in Europe. Also today, you had the Bank of England, which is not part of the European Union. They can print their own money. They left their interest rates basically on hold. I believe they're 0.5%, if I'm not mistaken. And they also did not. I don't believe that they increased the size of their QE program. So I think they left that the same as well. Again, I think they have a $375 billion pound QE program going there as well. So a lot of money printing. Either way you slice it or dice it, in going on in the Bank of England as well. Looks like the European Union, the ECB, also left their interest rates unchanged as well. So again, that is going to help to keep the euro a little bit stronger. If they would have cut rates, that would have really weakened the euro, and the dollar would have went a lot higher. So I think they had their back against the wall. They had to keep rates unchanged, and they had to leave them alone. They could not cut them. You have yields on Spanish debt starting to rise, so traders should keep an eye on that. Again, if that starts to happen, there could be problems out there. But we're going to have to watch. You now have Spanish 10-year debt, I believe, at 5.81%. So, again, starting to move back up towards that key 6% level, and that could always be problematic. All right, let's talk about gold and oil. Gold is up again today, just about $4 at the moment to $17.18 per ounce. Let's take a look at the GLD. The GLD is holding around 166.20. Closed yesterday at 166.49. So not really down that much, but spot gold, which does not trade till 4 o'clock, that is up by $4 at the moment. Now gold will probably hold steady or catch a bid if the dollar falls. If the dollar doesn't fall, spot gold will start to come down. Light sweet crude this morning is trading higher by $1 to $85.45. Light sweet crude was taken to the woodshed yesterday. It was sold off massively. Today it's getting a little bit of a rebound bounce. Take a look at the USO today. You'll see that the USO, which closed at 31.20, is trading at 31.48. So we don't want to make too much out of it. But ultimately, oil now is in a weak technical position, and obviously with the dollar being strong, oil came down pretty sharply yesterday. So we'll see how that plays out today. Again, it's only 8:27 in the morning, so we'll see how this all shakes out by the closing bell. Let's take a look at a few stocks in the news today. I want to talk about Monster Energy Drink, Monster Beverage. You know this stock. They make the Monster Energy Drink, the old Hanson Natural. This stock was clipped yesterday after the closing bell. I'm not sure what the news was. It may have been earnings, but I'm really not 100% sure what it was. But check out the news first before anything. But right now, the stock is trading down to $40.16. I think the stock has some support at $38.51. There'll also be some more support. This is a rough number. I'm going to say around $33.90, and then it's all the way down to $28.81. So those will be your support levels for Monster Beverage. Okay, so watch those and see how they get in there. But again, this stock has been weak, and very weak. But $38.50, I'm going to say there is some support around $33.90, maybe even a little bit less, maybe $33.67, and then $28.81. Okay, so again, these levels can be attained in weak markets. Don't rule that out. Let's take a look at Qualcomm. This is a bright spot this morning. Qualcomm having a strong gap up. Stock was closed out yesterday at $58.12. Today it's trading at $62.43. I think you're going to have to watch for some resistance. First off, around this 62.90 level. So 62.90 to 63. And then it's going to be all the way up to around 65. So watch those levels there for Qualcomm. But it is a strong gap up, so those would be the only levels. There is a little shorter term level around 62.33, 62.34. But with a strong gap up, it should get through there, or at least have a chance to get through there. And strong gaps, you always want to go to the best or the most conservative levels. Let's take a look at Universal Display. Ticker symbol is PANL. This stock is getting hammered today, closed yesterday at $28.18. Somebody was selling it really hard into the closing bell, traded down on 3 million shares. This is a light volume stock generally, and for it to see 3 million shares yesterday tells you somebody knew something. Well, today the stock is trading at $20.60. There are really no levels on this one until you get to 1950. Maybe it's 1955, maybe it's but I'm thinking 1950. After that, I would not touch it. The stock is in dire shape. You probably got to look at $10 after that. But 1950 will be support. It is a weak gap down, so weak gaps we do look for bounces. Let's take a look at Whole Foods. Ticker symbol is WFM. This one today is also trading lower, closed at $95.93. It's trading at $93.80. Again, it looks like it has some support, at least minor support around this $93, $92, $92.75 to $93 area. If it breaks that level, traders are going to have to watch all the way down here around $88.88. So keep that on the radar. If it does get down there, that would be a short-term attractive level for at least a little bit of a bounce. This is not really a weak gap. It's actually a fairly strong gap down, so you want to be a little bit careful with this one. But I like that. I think that's a decent level around the $89, $88, $80, $89 area. You're going to have a lot of support in that vicinity. So keep that on watch. It might even be $89.33. It's just very hard to pinpoint this one to the penny, but it's going to be in that area. After that, it would be $86.65. So you're going to watch $89.33. It might even overshoot to $88.90. I can't rule that out. This is the stock market with a lot of different currents going on. So you have to look for that little bit of a pierce. But the next level would be $86.65. And then after that, it would be $81.58. So again, watch that $89 area. That's going to be pretty good support. Let's take a look at SGen here. This is, I think, Seattle Genetics. This is another stock here, closed at $24.47. It is getting hammered to the downside. Right now, the stock is trading at $22.10. You can see right here. But ultimately, this one you're going to have to watch for support. I'm going to say there's some at $21.07. There may even be some at $20, but that you'd have to make a judgment call on. And then $19, and then $16.68. Now, this is also a light volume stock, but it's a weak gap. So light volume stocks have a tendency to overshoot to the downside. So again, you got to watch the market. If the market is weak and you have a weak stock and the market's selling off, this stock can go lower. Okay. and that goes for everything. Let's take a look at Whiting Petroleum. All right, Whiting Petroleum, this company today closed, yesterday I should say, closed at $42.04. Today it is trading at $47.89. Very strong move, strong gap. I have resistance up here at 48.14, but I think it could get through that level. I think you probably have to look at around the $49.75 level. I think $49.75 to $50. I think that's your big resistance area. After that, it would be $51.51, and then it would be $53.27. So, and then potentially all the way back up to double top on the daily chart, which is around $55. So watch those levels there. But Whiting Petroleum does have a strong gap up. So I'm thinking around that $49.75 to $50 level. That would be your first resistance point that I believe is going to be meaningful. And then you'd have to look up at $51.51, and then as high as $53.27. So and possibly double top, which is a $54.88. But if I were to give you the better level, I think it's around the $49.75 to $50 area for resistance. You could probably see some kind of a pullback there. But again, this is a very strong gap up, so you want to respect it a little bit. All right, let's go back to the futures here, because it looks like the weekly jobless claim number is out. I don't even know what the number is. I could care less. All I care about is the reaction in the market, and it's somewhat muted. So we're not seeing really that great of a reaction from the job number. So you want to just be a little bit careful. It looks like it was, I'm coming across now, 355,000 jobs fall by 8,000 and 355,000 jobless claims for the week. So again, I don't know how much we can make out of that, but either way, the markets, are not really even moving off of it. Everybody just cares about what's going on with the dollar. As long as the dollar is strong, the market will be weak, and that really is the bottom line for me. So again, watch how that plays out. I'm going to leave it there. I know today's video is a little bit long. Have a great trading day, everyone. God bless. We'll see you on the charts. Take care.